Hey, this is Marco. Welcome back to Everything House. Here's another little tip trick. Sometimes when you're going and putting trim or something that requires a lot of straight angles and attention to detail, sometimes the walls aren't exactly straight. Things warp and whatnot. So in this particular instance here, the wall goes ahead and curves in, and we wanted to keep the corner as tight as possible. So that means we're going to have a big gap here behind the trim. Okay, a gap like this is a little bit too big to fill in one go. All right, so it'd be a good idea to just go ahead and put some caulk in there. Okay, don't worry very too much how it looks, as long as it's below the threshold, the top of the trim. Let it harden. This is Alex Fast Dry. I like this stuff a lot. It dries pretty quickly, maybe an hour or two, and then you can go ahead and do the finish coat. Okay, now the trick with caulk is you want a small hole. Okay, so you can have some control. You want a gun that's an anti-drip gun. I think that's the term. I'm not exactly sure. Basically, you squeeze when you let go, it stops completely. There's no tab here. It just holds it for you. They have them at every big box store. But anyways, what you want to do is with caulk, less is more. Put less. Okay. Go ahead and strike your finger. If you need to add more, go right ahead. That's totally okay. But when you put too much, you get squeeze out. So you're going to put a bunch of caulk here, you're going to get squeeze out where it's going to ooze out on both sides of your finger. Let me give you an example of what squeeze out looks like, okay? So this is done. Okay, that's way too much caulk for that spot, right? Then you take your finger and you go to push it. See, that's squeeze out, all right? Now there's a white wall, which doesn't really matter, okay? It'll blend in really nicely. Also, I'm going to wipe it off and remove that, okay? Because I don't like to do that kind of stuff. All right, so just go ahead and just take it off. Just get it all off. So that's an example of what not to do, okay? Here's an example of what to do, all right? So just put a little bit. But you basically need to always take into account of how much am I trying to fill? How big's the hole? If I put too much, where's it gonna go? It's obviously gonna go here. This should be, let's see what happens now, all right? Just go ahead, and you need to push so hard. You just want it to be smooth in one go. All right, just like that. Okay, hold on. And I have a little bit left on my finger, right? Okay, and I have a little bit of spots here I need to patch up. So take your finger, push in a little bit. Okay, I have a little bit more left right here. Push in a little bit. You can do the drag off method like that, and then just go clean it up. There you go. Now all that ugliness is all masked by this caulk. Okay. And then also, because this is white, we're just gonna leave it because the eye can't tell anyway. But if it was a color, okay, you would have to go back and put paint here, because you will see that there's the difference there. All right. So, yeah. So if you haven't liked or subscribed our channel yet, please go ahead. Any comments, questions, anything in the comments below. I do take time to read them. Again, this is Mark with Everything House, and I'll see you guys soon.